What's going on, wrestling fans? It is Ice-T Fall, and welcome to 10 Count. On today's edition, I'll be predicting AEW Double or Nothing. I will be there live in Las Vegas, and there are so many great matches, and I keep seeing they adding more, even though 8 was enough. There's 10 now. I'm going to ignore those other 2 that got added. MJF defending his championship against Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin, Jungle Boy, and Jack Perry. The 4 pillars. We keep hearing this term, the pillars, the pillars, the pillars. I'm happy this is happening, but it feels like a little too late. AEW has been around for a few years now, but the fact that these 4 are on the championship title picture, MJF belongs here. The rest of them, TNT championship. But in reality, if MJF loses, whoever bets on MJF losing here in Las Vegas is going to become a billionaire because there's no chance in hell that MJF is losing against Sammy, Darby, or Jungle Boy. It's not possible. With the return and the rumors of CM Punk, with Adam Cole back in health, with Collision happening, again, there's no friggin' way that MJF is losing here. So this is a very simple prediction. If you bet on Sammy or Darby or Jungle Boy and they win, you will become a billionaire, a trillionaire, a cajillionaire. Put the money down now. Because if you do, most likely, you're going to lose it. Because MJF is a 100% winning here. So moving on. The tag team titles are also on the line. I had the privilege of interviewing Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal recently, and I flat out told them, thank God I hope they beat FTR. Am I the only person in the world who doesn't like FTR? I find them boring. Oh, we're the greatest tag team ever. Who told you that? Yourselves? All you do are the finishers of classic tag teams, the Hart Foundation, Demolition, everybody. Can you do something on your own? You had a podcast, you got rid of it because you couldn't handle people telling you very, very truthful thoughts about how you're sharing what's going on in the company you work for in a podcast. Nobody who is a current wrestler should have a podcast talking about current events. Doesn't seem right. So either way, I went on a hateful rant there for 1 second, but I don't like FTR. I like them probably as people. It seems like Dax is a great dad. Super duper. I love that. And I'm a dad of 3 kids, so that's great. I love him as a father. But wrestlers, they put on good matches, but I want Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal to win. So my prediction in my heart is Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. But most likely FTR will retain here because they speak to a larger audience of hardcore wrestling fans, and that's fine. That's fine. They don't do it for me. They do not do it for me. So let's go, Jeff, Jeff and Jay, Jay and Jeff and Jeff and Jay. Ladder match for the AEW TNT Championship. Wardlow versus Christian Cage. Boy, has Wardlow had a hell of a up and down roller coaster ride in his career. Being MJF's lackey, then going to defeat MJF, then MJF decided he wasn't going to show up, then he did show up. Blah. Poor Wardlow. But Christian Cage is someone who in the WWE really had something going on, and then they kept ripping out the rug from underneath him. Finally, with him making Luchasaurus into a heel, being very heelish. He's a heel. I've always been a fan of Christian. I loved when he left the WWE, went to TNA, and became world champion for a few years, and had Tyson Tomko with him and AJ Styles with him. It was great. Then he went back to the WWE. They made him ECW champion. He was great. And then they decided to just, I don't know. He became World Heavyweight Champion, had a great run with Randy Orton, but then suddenly just, I don't know, they just kept ripping the rug out from underneath him. Here, it's good to see him. I would love to see Christian Cage beat Wardlow. I would love it. Love it. But if I was Tony Khan, I would do everything in my power to make sure that Wardlow stays on track and doesn't end up being someone who is just another victim. Another guy who's another loser. Just keep on pushing. Keep on making him a star because he is a star and he could be your world champion by next year. I'm surprised he isn't world champion, to be honest with you. The ups and downs of his career in AEW are very, very bizarre. And it really all surrounds MJF. And then Powerhouse Hobbs having the TNT championship, and then Wardlow having it. I hope Wardlow wins. I hope he wins, but I do love Christian. I'm on a weird kick here today. I'm on a very weird kick. I'm about to go on an airplane to go to Las Vegas. So I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it right now in the airport. So I want Christian to win, but I also desperately need Wardlow to keep moving up the ranks. So let's go Wardlow. Wardlow. The Blackjack Battle Royal for the AEW International Championship is very bizarre that they would do this here. Orange Cassidy not really thinking straight, putting his championship on the line in a battle royal. But there are people in this who I desperately want to win, like Ricky Starks is a star. That man deserves to win it. But I also love Penta. I love Ray Phoenix, Jay White, Juice Robinson, Keith Lee, Dustin Rhodes, Swerve Strickland. There's a lot of people in this match who I would love to see become the champion. But in reality, Ricky Starks has been someone I have been screaming from the top of my lungs that he is a star, that he deserves to be champion, that he deserves to be on top. So I really am hoping that Ricky pulls this one off. Orange Cassidy, great wrestler, awesome talent, very entertaining, but I think it's time for Ricky to get his flowers. Let's go, Ricky. Jamie Hayter versus Toni Storm for the AEW Women's Championship. Jamie Hayter is currently injured. Tony Khan has confirmed this on a media call that I was on recently for Double or Nothing. But Toni Storm and that whole faction she's got going on right now, they're doing well, but I don't think Toni Storm needs a championship right now. Jamie Hayter, I think, needs to continue on. But yet she's injured. So you know what? Since she's injured, let's have Toni Storm win here. And then Toni Storm can take on Thunder Rosa, who's returning eventually because she has been seen in those Collision commercials. And let's get Thunder Rosa back in the title picture. Let's give the championship back to Thunder Rosa. She never technically lost it, right? Right. Anarchy in the arena match. Blackpool Combat Club. A name I wish would just be called something else, but BCC. That works for me. But I know that, whatever. They're taking on the Elite. Kenny Omega, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, and Hangman Page. It's great to see the Elite back together, but I want Kenny Omega to see the video of the Young Bucks saying it was okay for Hangman Page to take him out for the AEW Championship a year ago. I want that video to play. I want heel Kenny Omega back, but it's not going to happen because Don Callis recently stabbed him in the face with a foreign object. This match needs to, I think, go to the Blackpool Combat Club because it needs to create dissension. I know the Elite just got back together, but it also needs to create this aura of, wait a minute, I know we're back together, but is everything okay? Are we okay? And that's the storyline. I know we're back together, but are we okay? Let's go Blackpool Combat Club. Jade Cargill versus Taya Valkyrie for the AEW TBS Championship. Just like Wardlow's a star. Jade is a star. Her losing to anyone right now doesn't make sense to me. She's been on a run of a lifetime, so anybody, doesn't matter who it is, I don't give a shit if Charlotte Flair walked into AEW and took on Jade. Jade should beat Charlotte Flair. That's where we're at right now in AEW. So I love, actually, that scenario is crazy. If Charlotte Flair walked in to take on Jade, Charlotte Flair should just wipe the floor with Jade. But either way, Jade needs to pick up the win. Needs, not should, needs to pick up the win. I don't know who eventually beats Jade, but make it Britt Baker. Let's just get Britt Baker back in there. Why not? Jade, Taya, see you later, Taya. I love you so much, but I remember I interviewed Taya, and I called her, I think, Taya by accident, and she's like, it's Taya. And I'm probably saying it wrong again, which is unfortunate, as my nose drips from pollen. Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho in an unsanctioned match with Sabu, of all people, is serving as a special guest enforcer. Tony Khan did say again that Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho is Sabu as the special enforcer. This is only a one-time appearance for Sabu, and we all know Sabu was in the Undisputed Era in NXT. It was Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, and Sabu. We all remember that. Good times, man. Oh, classic days of black and gold NXT. Such good times. Such good times. Adam Cole, I think after the awful injury he had, and he's been out for so long, I think he needs a win. He needs a W. Because MJF needs to have more opponents besides maybe returning CM Punk. Adam Cole versus MJF, maybe at Forbidden Door, just to have more AEW action, or possibly at All In. But there's a lot of scenarios here because if CM Punk is really returning, is Adam Cole the first person to fight MJF next? Is CM Punk the first one to fight MJF next? A lot of what ifs here. Adam Cole, though, pulling off victory against Chris Jericho is a must. A lot of musts here in this pay-per-view. And I know some people complaining about this pay-per-view saying, oh, well, it's not hot. It's not how all the AEW cards used to be. I'm not feeling it. Well, you know what? I don't know what to say about that. Every match here has a storyline, and that's what matters to me. I need to know why we fighting because there's a storyline for each single match here. Even the matches they added. We have Ethan Page and the Guns versus the Hardys and Hook. You have House of Black versus the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass. These are two matches I didn't want on the card because I was happy with 8 matches, not 10. But in reality, again, these have storylines. So all in all, I'm going to enjoy AEW Double or Nothing. It'll be my first ever AEW pay-per-view attending live. And it's also the first time we've had AEW in NXT. Big live events, pay-per-views, premium live events airing at the same time on the same day. Whoosh, history in the making, but all in all, it's going to be a good night, and I will not be mad. I repeat, I will not be mad if the lights go out and CM Punk returns. I will not be mad. But folks, thanks for listening to my predictions on AEW Double or Nothing. I've been Steve Fall. Have a great day and enjoy the show.